God, I want. I wanted to celebrate what my life could look like as soon as the paperwork was rubber-stamped and my son was back with me permanently. I had the best lawyer, or at least the lawyer I could afford with my friend Connor's discounted rate. I had evidence that suggested Ben shouldn't be with my ex, and the judge was already sympathetic to my statement that my ex-wife's partner was shady. Not that the judge had said that, but I saw him glance at me when my ex's lawyer extolled the virtues of her fiancé, and we exchanged eye rolls. Well, I rolled my eyes. He stared at me. I guess that isn't what I should have done with a judge, but I was in the right, and the judge gave every indication he agreed. Even my lawyer was positive, and Connor wasn't the most optimistic of people. Ben was coming home with me. To stay. So I celebrated. Caught a recurring ad in my inbox that advertised a queer-friendly place, and now I was here, 2 beers down on an empty stomach, having a quiet celebration at Remington's Bar, which, according to the ad, was the spot for a lonely man in the city to find company. Some switch had flicked inside me. A primal need had driven me from my blank-walled hotel room, an itch that 24-hour porn had done nothing to scratch. I wanted. Jeez, I didn't know what I wanted. Something more. Another man holding me down, skin stretched over hard muscles and being told to bend over, to take what I was given, to lose myself in the edge of brief pain and mind-blowing sex. I'd been celibate for 4 years. I was done with that shit now. I would go home and find myself a man I could love, live my truth. But for now, I wanted to get off. Start my new life with a bang, because tomorrow papers would be signed and I would have sole custody of my son. I was on the wrong side of town, in a bar with shadowed corners and the smell of sex in the air, and I watched the hooker from the moment he stepped into the bar. Saw him leaning back, veiled eyes scanning the heaving late-night crowd. He wore sinfully tight leather pants and a t-shirt that rode up every time he moved, revealing a tantalizing inch of beautiful golden-toned skin. He didn't talk to anyone, inclined his head when people approached him, and I could imagine the whispers of money in exchange for sin that poured from people's lips. But the beautiful, sexy hooker shook his head every time. His hair was short and tousled in a just-out-of-bed look, and he ran a hand through it, pulling it off his forehead and letting it fall back in the same artful disarray. His eyes were smoky and dark, lined with black, the harsh lights of the dance floor casting shadows over high cheekbones. He was obviously there for trade, and men approached him, sometimes subtly, other times lurching drunk into his path.